ticket collector at the door, the only guy that ever got fired. Everyone else, if they didn't work out at a job, you moved them to a different job. You know, until we found this spot where they worked well. So I have to say one thing about the way Bill is pictured at the Live Aid thing, and a lot of things. One thing that doesn't come through here is the fact that there was only two things Bill cared about. He cared about the artists, and he cared about the audience. He didn't care about a billion people sitting at home on their couch watching this on TV. Now, this whole event was a changing point in the way, it led towards social media and all this other stuff. But I was there when the TV people cut away in the middle of a Bob Dylan song to go to a commercial, and I thought fucking Bill was going to go nuclear on them. It was like, that's the kind of shit he couldn't stand, And some people understood it and some people didn't understand it. But you had to know him.
That's a great story.
But along with Bill, Bill's idea and what he beat into all of us was when you went to a show, you were being taken out of the reality. We could not have ads on the amphitheaters. The Shoreline Amphitheater, which we built, is the only amphitheater in the country, I believe, that does not have a name, so like Chase Pavilion or AT&T Park. You took people out of reality. There would be medical there, Rock Med, in case they went a little too far out of reality. They would take care of you, and that was it. And that was the experience. And he lost a lot of money, maybe, but what he gained was loyalty. And when you went to a Bill Graham show, it was you knew the ticket price was affordable. When an act was coming to town, people would say, "Oh, where are they playing?" Not, "Oh, geez, how much is it going to cost?" And we were always concerned about the price of the ticket. Bill was, keep the ticket price down. Danny, if you want to raise a hot dog or something, that's discretionary. But going to a concert should not be a discretionary item.
That's true.
And now the whole industry has become not about the ticket price, about the stock price. And so when I had a sign, I actually, when Live Nation bought SFX bought us, we all had to have contracts. And I had a 1-year contract with a 2-year option. And at the end of and I built into the contract that if I got fired, certain things happened. So at the end of the first year, they wanted to exercise the 2 years. And I just couldn't fit in. I didn't stay. So they said, "We want you to stay." I said, "No, you have to fire me." They said, No, just leave it. No, I said, "You have to fire me," because in the contract where I said if you fired me, then I got medical until I was 65. So I love saying I got fired after 24 years and got medical out of the deal.
Right, I remember talking about ticket price. I did the first $10 ticket concert, which was Boz Scaggs' Black Tie Optional at the Paramount Theater in 1974. And I was really worried the fact that we were charging $10, but no one complained. It was an amazing show. We needed it because the production was just big and huge and amazing on the whole thing.
Weren't tickets about the same price as albums at that point?
Yeah, three, 4, and 5, 350, 450, 550, that kind
And the
of thing.
service charge would be 35 cents or 50 cents.
I gotta say something about all these promoters that are pictured here and a thing. With very few exceptions, most of them are really great guys. There's a little scene up here where you see Ronnie Delsner walking around at one of his places, and he stops and picks up a piece of garbage off the ground. They all did that. Bill did that all the time. They had this thing, this is my ice cream store, and it's going to look nice all the time. You pick up your own shit.
Well, along the ways, Bill would teach us, which is how I kind of run the real estate, and that when you walk into a venue, you want it to be welcoming, you want it to be clean, you want it to be warm. To this day, I cannot walk into any public place or a restaurant or anything. I automatically look and see if all the lights, if any light is burnt out, because Bill would say, if a light is burnt out, if you're not paying attention to the lights, then are you paying attention to what's going on stage?
Yeah, he used to say, if you piss them off in the parking lot, they're not going to have a good time at the show.
Wow.
Amazing.
A real showman.
Anyone got any questions?
There's one.